Hey guys, well, believe it or not, it's almost Christmas again. Sorry, yeah. Holidays. Gotta be PC on YouTube. Yeah, so I freaking love the holidays. Who doesn't? And there are lots of ways I like to celebrate. But being the classic film nerd that I am, I like to watch a few stuff. And this season, I'm only going to review a couple because I'm very busy and I want to save some for next year. So, but the two that I want to review, we'll get to number 2 later. But this one that I have is just a classic feel-good Christmas whatever movie that watch it in the middle of June, which is when it was really released, but we'll get to that later. And it's still lovable. In fact, I think the first time I saw it was in the summer, and it's still just as magic as ever. Well, I'm talking about this graded Blu-ray edition of Miracle on 34th Street. A cherished holiday family tradition. How do you argue with that? So, let's get down to the gist. If anything of watching my own reviews, I noticed that they kind of suck, and that I really suck at explaining the plots of the movies. So I'm just going to read off what the people that were paid to write it were. A miracle of originality. New York Post. Miracle on 34th Street is an irresistible fable that has for many years become synonymous with celebrating Christmas. And now this 3-time Oscar-winning tale is as resplendent as the holiday itself in an all-new Blu-ray version that is sure to delight fans old and new. The holiday season is in full swing when a cultured gentleman with a twinkling eyes, an ample belly, and a snowy beard, Edmund Gwynn, is hired as Macy's department store Santa. He claims his name is Kris Kringle and soon fills everyone with Christmas spirit, except his boss, Doris Walker, Maureen O'Hara, who's raising her daughter, Natalie Wood, to not believe in Santa. But when Kringle is declared insane and put on trial, everyone's faith is put to the test as young and old alike face the age-old question, do you believe in Santa Claus? Okay, so that's the basic gist. I mean, I can't really put it into any better words. Basically, guy thinks he's Santa Claus, goes to court to prove it. But you know, there's lots of other stuff in there too. Like, it's a very layered film, actually. There's the court stuff, and then trying to, like, convince Mrs. Walker and her daughter that he really is Santa and to put faith back in them. And then there's a little bit of romance. As usual, it's from 1947, so they usually just didn't think the audience would care, so the love story is kind of rushed. And yeah, anybody can see that, but it's still better than some that I've seen, so that's fine. Yeah, so it's a miracle of originality. I mean, it's great. Well, let's talk about the cast. Okay. Maureen O'Hara, John Payne, Edmund Gwynn, and just say Natalie Portman. I almost said Natalie Portman. Natalie Wood. Yeah, so Edmund Gwynn is put as a supporting character. I think that's bull. He is the main character. He does the best friggin' job. I'd put him as top billed, you know? But, you know, whatever. So, yeah, this man won Oscar. So, right there, I should tell you that his performance is good. His performance is legendary. When you think Santa Claus in movies or TV shows or whatever, this is the guy you think. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, Edmund Gwynn is freaking fantastic in the role. He looks the part. He sounds the part. He is the part. I forgot that he wasn't really Santa Claus when I watched this movie. So, yeah, Maureen O'Hara, John Payne, Natalie Wood, they all do their job just fine. I'll be back. God, I hope there are not any more calls. Okay, so, yeah, Natalie Wood is pretty good as a child actor because they can be pretty dang crappy. You know it, I know it. Yeah, it's not their fault, but, you know, whatever. Okay, so, you know, it's Edmund Gwynn, he won an Oscar for a supporting role. And then also, original story and screenplay, so the 2 writing ones. So, it's safe to say that this movie has fantastic writing, and it does. I mean, it still holds up. It's like almost modern, okay, Not gonna lie, it's 40s writing. It's often hard. It's like when you read Shakespeare in school. It's like, what the frick does that mean? But it's pretty easy to understand. There's actually a lot of humor in this movie, and I laughed and a lot. So it still works. What to talk about? Yeah, the plot. It's really really ingenious. I mean, I believe that the man who came up with the story. Sorry, I don't. Oh, I know. Yeah, wait. I'm guessing it's Valentine Davies. Sorry if I'm saying. Yeah, I read one of the special features tells that he came up with it when he was going to the mall and saw how commercial Christmas has become, and I totally agree. Christmas has come way too commercial. So yeah, he came up with that, and he's like, okay, what would Santa think of this? And that's basically how this got to start. And it's a fantastic idea. I mean, what if Santa came to New York and started trying to fix everything? Fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, there's not much I can say about it. It's one of the greatest Christmas movies ever. It could be my favorite. I mean, yeah, it's fantastic. I highly enjoyed watching this again, and it's been a long time since I watched it. But, it's great. I mean, Edmund Gwynn, love him. I mean, he's in Them. I mean, that's like the best acting in a 50s sci-fi movie. Because he's just a fantastic actor. Well, we should probably move on to Blu-ray because I got nothing. Well, actually, I want to talk about the trailer because I found it really interesting. How do you class? Actually, they were trying to hide the fact that this was a Christmas movie because, as I said before, it's released in June. So the trailers didn't really show much, so they came up with this just freaking ingenious trailer with the studio head saying it can't be funny and romantic and all that crap. And then walking around, meeting all the stars, and asking if they've seen it, say they love it. It's just freaking brilliant. I love it. I mean, it's one of my favorites. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's just fantastic. This Blu-ray is pretty good. I mean, it could be better, but, it's pretty damn good. Okay, so, beautiful. I really enjoy this cover. It's fantastic. Yeah, pretty sweet. Okay, so here's the back. Quite good. Special features. Audio commentary by Maureen O'Hara. I wasn't going to say her name right. Anyways, have not watched that. I'm assuming it's good because I really like her in this movie. I don't really know of any other movies. Maybe I'm sure I'll see them eventually with her in it. AMC Backstory, Miracle on 34th Street. That's basically like a little documentary, like 30 minutes. Very good, very well put together. It's fantastic. I highly enjoyed that. Fox movie to news. Hollywood Spotlight. Okay, I only watched the AMC Backstory, so I'm assuming that's good. Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, Floating in History featurette, promotional short, trailer, poster gallery. So yeah, it's all good. Yeah, and the inside. Yeah, nothing special, but I've seen worse. Trust me. Oh God, I feel I should say more about it because I love it so much, but what I'm gonna talk about here. This isn't. Well, I'm really low. I'm taller than this, I promise. Anyways, this is not a movie about Santa and what am I talking about? Yes, it is. This is a movie about believing when nothing seems right, and they say that a couple times, and that's a very true aspect of life. I like to think like that. Not saying I always do, but I wish I did. And Santa stands for commercialism nowadays, and that's not Christmas to me. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I like the presents and stuff, but watching stuff with my family like this and all that other stuff, that's what it is to me. So, Miracle on 34th Street, very important to me. I freaking love it. It's maybe the best Christmas movie ever made. So I'd love to say more. I can't really say. Acting phenomenal, writing phenomenal, cinematography beautiful, black and white. The set's great. You know. And they had a lot of writing on this movie because, you know, it's about Macy's and stuff. But if Macy didn't like this movie, they said they were going to have to take their names out. And I swear, they say Macy like 30 times in this movie. So that's a big recut. So, you know, they might have just pulled the plug on it all then. So if Macy didn't like this, you know, might not have it. And that would suck. So, highly recommended Miracle on 34th Street. I'm going to give it... It's not perfect, okay? Like all old movies, it drags a little bit for the younger audience. And in the middle, yeah, there's a couple scenes that go nowhere. But it's still fantastic, so I'm going to give it 9 out of 5. What a day. As for the Blu-ray, it's a fine Blu-ray. It's pretty good, you know, picture looks great. You know, I'm not a sound and picture needs to be exact to the right grain of film, but, you know, it looks fantastic, sounds fantastic, that Christmas music gets you old jolly good. Watch it with, like, a cup of hot cocoa on a cold winter's day. You'll love it. Oh, yeah, Blu-ray 8. Not great, but, you know, pretty good. So, see you guys next time with another of the most wonderful Christmas classics. See ya.